Hey everyone. I can't believe I'm live again. So this is round two of hate. And I can't believe my ears. I went on Noodle Mash went live today. Anti Side Eye went live. And then Siren went live and I was watching him for a while. And I see Dorothy was going live with Jamie today. So I says, okay, let me see what that's all about. Okay, everyone. So I said, oh, Jamie's going on Dorothy's. All right. Dorothy's being fair, right? Wanting to hear his side of the story. But Jamie decided, and he had every right to, cancel the last minute. It was like 5 minutes before. And Amy sent the message or whoever. I don't know who how it was canceled, but the fact was Jamie canceled with Dorothy. So then it went. I was in the chat. I was expecting to see Jamie. Some of us from Jamie's chat decided to stay and listen, but we wanted to. We were expecting to see Jamie today, but unfortunately, there were more haters, hateful people in that chat. We had Brutal Mafia, who decided to call people a pedophile without proof. Yeah, he wasn't timed out, right? Let's see. We had Angela, Miss Potato Head, claiming I don't show receipts on this channel. A big faced live. Last night, I was showing receipts. I was showing Tiffany's hate speech. Hey, Willow. Hi, Catherine. Hey, Beatlemaniac. It is a mess. It is such a mess over there. It is such a damn mess. And we're going to talk about that for a moment. So first we're going to start out with we're not going to be in order here. I'm just going to go how it comes to mind. So Anti Side Eye. I love her to death. We all do. I'm a mod on her channel. She's a mod here. She had every right, in my opinion, to private her live. She doesn't need to give explanation why she did it. And then the accusation came that she's controlled by Jamie. I'm gonna say one thing about Auntie. She's not controlled by Jamie. That is the most ridiculous accusation I ever heard in my life. Auntie does wonderful work on her gnomes. She does what she wants. She does it when she wants to do it. And she doesn't really like to be told what to do. So I don't know where that came from, everyone, tonight. But here's the thing. Jamie is sometimes a channel manager on some people's channels. So if that's what Dorothy is referring to, So Jamie sometimes helps people on their channels. Is that a crime? Everyone? Yikes, you know? And I got the impression it was like, woo! It was real. It was like chat was like I was in hell. I'll tell you that. And there was some people, a few good people there from our side, and Tiffany was there. And I don't know what got. I'm sorry, Dorothy. I love you, but the last 2 days, your behavior, I don't know what's gotten into you. You're letting people. You're letting your dislike for CJ cloud your judgment a little bit. Okay, I admit there's two sides to this CJ situation. Everyone, there are some that like her, some that want peace around here, right? I'm sure everyone can relate to this. And there are some that are skeptical. They don't believe a word she says. Right, everyone? So people so it got into two camps. It went into two camps. Hello, Dorothy. So this whole CJ thing went into two camps. The support, the support CJ camp, and it went into the we hate CJ camp. Now, can you reconcile the two and separate the two? Now, Dorothy has the right to criticize CJ, be CJ's critic. But Dorothy, she has every right to private her live for any reason. So you may want to and then you said then you accused her of being a slave to Jamie. I suggest that you go over to Auntie's community page, and she made a community post about that. So she'll fill you in on why she did it. I'm gonna get to that, Dorothy. And that is vile. And that is very vile. So CJ went over to Jamie. We all know this. Gallivanting around. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I'm not gonna speculate on that. But here's the thing. There are people in this community that don't trust her. She has a history of scamming people. She scammed the St. Jude's receipt. Everyone. She flip flops all over the place. So Dorothy here has every single right to be skeptical of CJ. She has every right to be skeptical of CJ. But however, if CJ doesn't agree with Dorothy, that is fine. she doesn't have the right to take down her channel. She doesn't have the right to take down Marie 21's channel, Anne's channel, or take down Clip a Dip. Now what CJ can do, and this is my advice to CJ, if she doesn't agree with how Clip a Dip portrays her, how Dorothy portrays her, how some of her skeptics portray her, why doesn't she prove these people wrong? Hey, Ariana, why doesn't CJ prove these people wrong? Say, I'm trying to change here. And why doesn't CJ just admit I was a scumbag? Yes, I did scam this person. Yes, I scammed this person. Yes, I did this. CJ should admit she was wrong doing this, and this. But really, is she really doing that, everybody? Is it really transparent to everybody if she's doing that or not? I don't know. I'm not following CJ around. I agree with you, Robin. Everyone needs to stop threatening each other and stop hating each other and get to the get right down to it. Hold on. All right. Back to business. So I'm going to get to Sally Ann for a minute. She does have issues. She did have substance abuse issues, but I disagree with Dorothy here. Her public breakdown was none of anyone's business. Yes, she has. You're welcome, Zoomer Mom. I agree with you, Ariana, 100%. So CJ has to sit there and she has to prove herself, just like Sally Ann did. Now, Dorothy, you were in CJ's position once before when you left Natasha's. Remember that, Dorothy? You were in the situation where no one trusted you, no one knew what to do with you, and you were you stuck out. You stuck out with hung out with a few losers, just K, a few others, and you're trying to find yourself again. But people in this community gave you a chance, right? They gave you a chance to prove people wrong. Natasha wrong. You proved Natasha wrong. You proved this one wrong, that one wrong. Shouldn't we give CJ the same opportunity? I'm saying you don't have to sit there and not be critical of CJ. True. Absolutely. Absolutely Beatlemaniac. You never did try to, I'm not saying you try to cancel anyone's channel, but shouldn't people learn for themselves, Dorothy? We know some of us know the truth. We know she hasn't changed. Some of us think some people think she has. We know she's gonna if she's gonna flip again, could you just say how would I say this, that you told them so? No, I did a live yesterday. I didn't appreciate Tiffany going up and lying to you. She was saying she never went gay bashing, and I had a show that she was gay bashing Robbie. They restreamed his wedding, and they had the nastiest comments in there. It was utterly disgusting. Now, I agree with Dorothy on one point that she made today. I didn't agree with those photos. Thank you, Ariana. How do you know that, Dorothy? How do you know that her account was cloned? Because she said so? Well, what we listened to the tape, the recorded tape, if you agree with it or not, everyone, about the call being recorded, Jeff was the one who called. Everyone saw the tape, the proof that Jeff did call Jamie. And Jamie did, in fact, play the tape. And Tiffany did admit she did make those remarks. It's just that she doesn't want to admit, yes, she was a mod, Dorothy. So if you look closely at my last live, Dorothy, you'll see that she has a wrench. So when I saw her yesterday, hey, Wyoming. So when I saw her with a wrench, gay bashing while they were restreaming Robbie's wedding, I was like, shit. No, you don't, Tiffany. You're not going to get away with this one, honey. Because you decided to go slap Jeff. You're calling him the F word over 20 times. And then you decide to go over to Robbie, say congratulations. And then you go and backstab him in the back and go participate in that crap. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Jess, Ruby. Yeah, it's their fight, Dorothy. But here's the thing that happened. Jamie ignored a lot of the shit that was going on at first. But Tiffany was the one who kept antagonizing, right? Antagonizing him, doing all this stuff. I don't agree with everything. That Jamie does either. We just don't want you to get lied to, Dorothy. We care about you. Can a mod get rid of Tiffany, please? Bye, Tiff. You're not going to sit here and lie. You can go go off and go gay bash or whatever you do. That's not acceptable here. Yes, Dorothy, you have a community here that you have people that care about you. Why do you have to go over to Granny's watching, Miss Potato Head, and all those people that don't give a rat's ass about you? It's all they care about is they hate CJ. You get what I'm saying, Dorothy? You see what you see what I just did, Dorothy? Because Tiffany hates CJ and I'm skeptical of her, doesn't mean I'm going to have her in the chat hating along with us. What isn't true? Oh, I'm not saying you were in Granny's. You have a lot of Granny's people in your chat. That's what I'm saying. And you have Miss Potato Head. You have Brutal Mafia that accuses people of being P word without any proof. You had one person that claims that I never show receipts. Yesterday I showed plenty of receipts. It appears to some people in this community that you are hate bonding when I'm sure it's not what it is. Absolutely, Jess Ruby. We're asking that you look at both sides and ask for receipts. I showed proof on my live last night that Tiffany was gay bashing. right? That this Aussie outlaw guy was we streamed the wedding. Tiffany and Angela's flips and giggles had wrenches. You can check that out, Dorothy. It's my last video. It's my last live stream. Yes, they are in your chat, Dorothy. I'm not asking you to pick sides, Dorothy. I'm asking you to see the truth here. Hey, Jenny. Absolutely, Patty. Because this whole racist stuff and homophobia is totally unacceptable. Hey, Jamie, how are you? I'm sorry about what happened tonight. Hey, Gladys. No one is asking Dorothy to pick a side. But it's when you advocate for someone who scammed an entire community and then go after someone else that did the same exact thing. It looks hypocritical. I'm not sitting there judging Dorothy here, but this is what it looked like to some people. %100% correct, Patty. And does every does anyone claim that Jamie is perfect here? No, we're not claiming Jamie's perfect, but we go to Jamie's channel. He's funny. He's entertaining. Correct, everyone? We have all said things, Wyoming. We have all said things that we all regret. We all said things that or did things. This is okay. If I had the chance to do it over, I wouldn't do it again. But these haters out there, they can't sit there and can you list 3 things that's positive about Jamie? They can't list 3 things about um Robbie, even the people that don't like him. They can't even do that. Oh, really? Dorothy's going live again? Oh dear, what's this? Hold on, everyone.
Certain terms. She didn't want me using her content. Listen, people want to call it. I've never had a problem with Angela, though. Why would people call that hate bonding? She's been critical of
What?
me in the past. So what? I'm not that sensitive. I can't take it. I'm in a drama community.
Of course,
I
we're in a
still want to
drama
have a
community,
conversation with
Dorothy.
Granny in the future. I really do. I feel like she's somebody that I could actually grow to like. And I do feel that way.
You're fine, Gladys.
She's from Philly. I'm from Boston. We're Northeast
Yes,
girls.
you did.
We get each other probably. Where our mistake lies is we came on this platform in such an aggressive, self-defensive type of way that we felt like we were at war with each other, and we should have had each other's back from the jump, but we let toxic people get in the middle of that, and that's for real. That's really what happened. What ping pong match, Trixie? Why? What's going on? You playing ping pong? Is it like bear ping pong? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, so now she's
Is that what you're
back.
saying?
Tiffany's back.
Oh, you sent me an email? Oh, I know I'm live again. Oh, you didn't know I was going live. I didn't. Well, I really didn't plan on it, but I felt like the last live was incomplete, and I was looking for content from toxicity of social media, and I found it afterwards because I was like, "What the hell? Why couldn't I find it?" Teresa Smith, my baby girl. Moderators, keep this chat
Absolutely,
tight
Benny.
and right.
Attitude changed the minute.
Don't
that
let anybody
video was
come in here with their
private.
shenanigans. Tiffany, I don't give a shit what anybody says about you. I really don't. You didn't deserve to have those images of you put up on YouTube. And if those are the reason why somebody got removed for terms of service, then they brought it upon themselves. I don't even hate Lycan. And I know, Tiffany, probably you have a soft spot and wish none of this ever went to this extreme. But why other people are so adamant and picking a side, they're going to find themselves out in the cold.
I don't agree with it either. I even said it right to Jamie's face. I don't agree with it. But still, we still care about Jamie. I don't agree with everything he does and says. But sometimes when we get aggravated, we always have the right to turn the channel. Right, everyone?
I learned that lesson a year ago, but others haven't learned it yet. They haven't. Oh, guys, did you fucking guys know? Oh my God. You want to hear something that's really, really exciting? Do you want to hear it? But I don't know, because sometimes it goes up and down, guys. I just hit 4K tonight. So I just hit 4K.
Is this about
which is very exciting. I want to see my channel succeed. And for not only for myself, but for my moderators who put time into this channel, and for the people who support me, I want to see us all win. That's really like, we have a future here on YouTube, and that's exciting for all of us. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you. That's exciting for all of us, for the moderators, for the subscribers, for the members, for all of us, that there's a future. Like Criminal on Replay, she's trying to change her direction to true crime. Rosemary, can you drop her link? We should all be supporting each other. That's really what we should be doing.
I
and
agree with you, Dorothy,
we can clap back at each other.
What
without getting so
what's the
bothered.
sudden
What are you bothered about? Why are
hatred
you so
towards
invested
Cheney?
in all this? Some people are too invested. Calm down. Even with the whole, like I spoke up in BBT's behalf, I did, because Natasha calling out her cancer and then trying to label her a guitar and camera scammer, that's not true. That did not happen.
Beatlemaniac, you got that 100%
If there
right.
are other issues, I've heard audio of BBT threatened to KILLMRB, and that's not okay. And I might have some content coming up fairly close in the future where I'm going to have to point that out. Not that I'm going to attack BBT. Maybe she's learned her lessons from that since then. I don't know. Maybe they're being presented in a context that isn't completely accurate. I'm going to look into it, but we shouldn't be threatening anybody else's lives on here.
Well, now she's making some sense. Dorothy's starting to make some sense. It's like, but you see what's going on here, Dorothy. You got a mixed crowd here. You got Angela's Clips and Giggles, Miss Potato Head. She was caught in a chat where she was gay bashing with Miss Tiffany. Then you got this brutal mafia guy who calls everyone the P word and trolls all day. Let's see, who else do you have in your chat? You got some good people here I'm seeing, but this is reflecting on you, Dorothy. Just because you don't like someone and you're not getting your way. Like I said before, you have every right to call out CJ. You have every right to be a critic of CJ. But what's the point of letting Granny's watching subs and Angela's subs and Tiffany's subs in, unblocking them? What's the point when they've done things to you? I don't get that.
We need to clean the YouTube streets up. I'm not perfect in any of this. I'm not, but I do want to contribute to the solution. And what does that look like? I'm not really sure. I really don't know. But there's got to be a better way to do this where we can all win. Well, I mean, did she fake cancer? Where can I see those receipts? Tell me where I can go see that receipt. I want to see proof that Tiffany, out of her own mouth.
Okay, that's fair, Dorothy. That's 100% fair. Can someone email Dorothy receipts of her faking cancer, please? That'll be highly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Said that she had cancer, and I'll listen to that. Yeah, beach life. I will say, and people can debate me all day long. This community a year ago was completely different than today. GW and even Natasha back then didn't strike. We've never struck each other. Granny's Watching's never tried to strike me. Neither has Natasha. I've never tried to strike either one of them. They could tell you. It was like good, clean, dry.
Yeah, and I'm saying CJ shouldn't be striking you, Dorothy. I just totally disagree with it. This is where I agree with Dorothy on everything. Everyone. If CJ doesn't like it, fine. She can prove Dorothy wrong. She could prove all her critics wrong. But sitting there mass reporting people, come on. Another channel is just going to pop up in its place probably. If she gets taken down, another channel with another name is probably going to pop up in its place. You know? So what's the point of trying to take Dorothy down? Right? CJ should just either ignore it or work towards self-improvement. That's the word, self-improvement and responsibility.
Drama. We came back at each other harshly. But I don't know. Would Natasha say that Granny's watching never struck her? I don't know. Not sure. Granny's watching. I mean, Natasha's channels are gone. Yeah, I mean, and it's not fair to all the subscribers to get dragged into this. It's really not. Don't pick sides. You're spectators. Watch it all. Come and join every chat and listen to it all. Period. Yeah, let me go because toxicity is social media. She is so reasonable. She's a good woman. From what I can hear, she sounds very reasonable. But she is going to point out some things. And here we go. Can you guys see the screen? Yes, you can. Let me take my little bubble off the screen because you don't need it. Here we go.
It's going to be another where he was on panel with Gold Star Mom and a few other people. And this is on her channel as well. And so what I wanted to talk about was
Gold Star Mom. She stepped away from YouTube because she was threatened, intimidated. Some people said she had brought her children into the mix or something. I don't know. Why couldn't she just have a voice without it getting so aggressive? I don't know. I don't really know Gold Star Mom, but I always try to support these new channels that are trying to plant their feet in this community, and they're monetizing when they hit the 1K and they want to have a future. That's great. But you better worry about yourself. Listen to me. I'm telling you, I've learned it from experience. Don't have anybody else's back. Be loyal to yourself.
I know who Gold Star Mom is, and she's a wonderful person. And CJ did her wrong. I'll admit that. But here's the thing. I never seen CJ take responsibility for anything. I never seen her. If any of you can point me to a video where she has, please send it to me, please. Yeah, I love Gold Star Mom. I hope she comes back. You know? Yeah, but CJ did do Gold Star Mom wrong along with Granny's watching, because I remember her call Granny, what was the term? Make fun of her gold star status. So that's how that the fight with her started, and it was probably because she supported Jamie. Hey, let's be real here.
to your subscribers and to your moderators. That's it. Period. Those are the people, because YouTube comes in waves. You're on a high one day and a low the next day, or week to week, or whatever. Who are the people that can stand beside you during your highs and lows? That's what you better worry about. Those are the people you need to be loyal to.
How liking, I guess, the double standards and the hypocrisy that he has for certain things. I feel like he's very sensitive to certain how can I word it? Like certain she's trauma in life. And the thing with Lycan, it's like I feel honestly like inside he can have.
1 second. Rosemary, did you drop Toxicity of Social Media's link? She's got a great channel. Honestly, guys, she is one of the most unbiased. Sorry, Angela, because you're not unbiased. Put channels out there. She's made critical videos of me. I'm okay with it. I'm not perfect. I have been a hypocrite many times. I can own it. But she has a really good channel. So, Rosemary, please drop that. Dragonfly's been a member for 15 months. Damn, girl, you're an OG. I don't think you have Rosemary beat, though. She's like over 2 years, I think. Oh, I'll close probably 2 years. Because we're just coming up on the 2-year anniversary of my channel.
Congratulations.
Here we go, guys. Let's keep it moving. Crack-a-lackin'.
Have a good heart, but when people do go after him, he has a way. His defense mechanism is, I'm going to go even lower. That's just my opinion. And I have noticed that he seems to say a lot of, a lot of harsh things that I would never say. He seems to kind of, always wants to hit below the belt and kind of, I'm going to get you because, from whatever, that's just the way that he handles himself. And so I'm going to play this first part here. And this is going to be him, like I said, doing commentary on someone else's, on his panel, but he's doing commentary on somebody else.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
It's no one trying to fuck your fat ass. Your fat.
See, this is him talking on Sally, Country Joke, and Lori. Do you hear the words? Do you hear them? Inappropriate. I know he's angry with these ladies. Where did that energy go? These 3 people today, it's so fake.
Oh, really?
I'm so sick of the flip-flopping fakeness. When is anybody genuine and with?
No, knowing Jamie, he's not going to leave it alone, Benny. So Tiffany wants to what do you call it? Keep it up. Poke the beast in Jamie. Because the truth is, Jamie, was it November that they broke up? Sometime in November or late November, they broke up. This whole thing didn't start this whole fighting thing didn't start till for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So Jamie behind the scenes, hey Kayla. So this whole thing didn't start. This whole public thing didn't start for weeks and weeks. So Jamie showed some good restraint here. But Tiffany just had to go over and antagonize him, go over to his enemies. Lie. She even lied to my face. And then when I heard the audio recording, that was it. That was it. Because one time when I was on panel with on Jamie's panel, there was the issue of, guess what? This whole situation with hate speech. And she seemed to be so sympathetic and so caring, and it was it's such a slap in the face, everyone.
What they stand for. If you've wronged me in a atrocious way, today we're going to have those same issues a year from now, unless we can have an open, honest conversation where there's some ownership on both parts, not just somebody else's part. When I say that, I don't mean just somebody else has to own their shit and apologize to me, because I have some apologies to make too. But that has to happen. That conversation needs to happen, because the falling out happened in such a public way. It needs to happen publicly so the subscribers can be brought along for the journey, because we took them on the demise of our relationship journey, going behind the scenes and having these private conversations, and all is good now, like Lycan and CJ did. Zero respect for it. Would she give you some proof you needed? Now go do what you said you're going to do with it, Lycan. Bring it somewhere. Bring it. You did all this and stabbed so many people in the back for what? For nothing. You want to sit with somebody who promotes and openly threatens to cancel channels in this community on the daily from Twitter? You go right ahead. But don't think those same people are going to come to your defense when it comes to canceling channels. Because canceling channels is wrong. But you're sitting with the devil. Give me a break. It's hypocritical.
Bald ass.
Narcissistic mental
Sit the fuck down,
attitude.
bitch.
Puts
Guys,
down women.
Are you gonna fuck
It's
like this ugly fat
misogynistic,
bald bitch?
Disgusting.
She literally she shaves her
vile
goddamn head. She's
pig.
like
By
fucking
the way,
like 50
I
years
shaved
old.
my head once
Hey, sister
for
side eye.
charity.
You know, she puts
For
like caked on
child's
makeup and
cancer
shit to try to
charity.
hide the
That is,
ugly.
Lori and I have not been best friends. I don't really care for her. But she did shave her head for cancer. I believe it was her nephew. It brought a tear to my eye. It was a very, very generous thing to do. Especially, guys, we're women. I don't think I could shave my head. Lose all my hair. Ouch. That's a huge, huge sacrifice. And she made it. And this is what he's saying about her. I don't like Lori, but what he said about her is wrong when she shaved her head for cancer. And he's a man. So if I said those same words to her, it's different. But then he's talking about what man would want to F her.
I remember those comments. I remember those comments where Jamie said that. Did I agree with it when he said that? No. He said, didn't he say who would are her or something like that? But at the same time, Lori's not innocent either in this whole she was hanging out with CJ, right? and a few others acting like a fool of herself. Because I remember the day that she went on Auntie's, she was in Auntie's chat, and she couldn't respect someone on panel. Rachel, oh dear. Yeah, Catherine. Tiffany's on her press tour. It's utterly pathetic. It's utterly disgusting. It's yeah, we're getting sick of it. We're getting sick of this Tiffany pandering. Everyone. It is gross, Catherine. B. I said some things on here that few comments that were questionable. I own it. A few times I had to apologize publicly for it. So now because we're men, right, everyone? There's a double standard attached to it. Aren't men and women supposed to be equal here? I hope so too, Daria. I totally agree with you on that point. Nobody should be humiliated. So so Tiff goes around and humiliates people for shits and giggles. I'm not going to say I agree with everything that everyone Jamie has on panel, but it's his channel. He can do what the hell he wants. Hey, Kylie. But if you don't like someone that's on panel with Jamie, you can either just listen or change the channel. It's that simple, everyone. You don't have to sit there and mass report because you're a little butthurt little Karen. Yeah, it's okay. I don't agree with Jamie 100% of the time. I find him entertaining a lot of the time. He makes me laugh. Right? Robbie makes me laugh. They can't name. They can't even name these people that some of these people in Dorothy's chat right now. They can't even. Thank you, Benny. You're 100% right on that. Agreeing on everything isn't a functional friendship. Hey, Tara, welcome. So agreeing on everything isn't a functional friendship. Everyone's going to disagree with someone. But Tiffany just, she has to go over and go gay bashing when Robbie's wedding was aired. And then goes over and acts like a total phony and wishes him well. Some friend he's turned out to be, right, everyone? Yeah, she flipped so easily. Hugs, Tara. So let's continue with
What? Really? Oh, okay.
What have you ever
And there's no
done
hiding
for
that
charity
talent
like
there, you know what I'm saying?
you piece
And she just
of
like
shit?
just sits there like,
Yeah.
do you want to
And
have sex with
I've
me?
never ever
I'm British.
asked
No.
you
No man wants
for
to have sex with you.
sex.
Are you sure,
Fucking
Lycan?
fool.
Are you
By the
sure
way,
you don't want to
I've got
have sex with
plenty.
me? You're being
Plenty
cheeky.
of
You're being a
offers.
cheeky little
Thank you very
boy.
much. Oh, bless you.
No man ever wanted to have sex with you. In fact, if a man ever did have sex with you, I think that was rape.
Oh,
So, just saying. That's why you hate.
Okay. So
and he says the R word. I mean, to a man, so willy-nilly, but to a woman who has had a man physically grab, oh my God.
it's a sarcastic joke. I don't agree with it. But they go all crazy over jokes. Come on. I don't agree with everything Noodle says. I don't agree with everything this one says. We take what we get out of people's lives on here. Jamie tries to be a comedian on here, and 85% of the time, hey, S. Hockett, and they try to be funny. Sometimes they miss the mark, and people have feelings too, and they go overboard. All right, but these people in Dorothy's chat, they've cast around revenge porn. Not just once. Not just twice. Not just 3 times. Thank you, Tara. We all had bad things happen to us. We can't be so sensitive to this. We can't be so sensitive to a joke, because you people remember when I was over on Jamie's panel. It took me a minute to get the joke, because it was okay. What's Jamie getting at? Because I didn't get the because sometimes his sense of humor is a little dry. But he doesn't mean any harm from it.
Drag, hold down. and do that, like that's not something to joke about. And you're in a community with women where many of us have been through that, including myself. You're just going to throw the R word out there. And it holds no meaning for you like it because you're not a woman. We're not as strong as the opposite sex. So men can overpower us and hold us down and take it. It's disgusting that her value in his eyes is if a man would want to F her. It's very sick.
As you can hear him, he talks about, of course, the R word. And it really, the reason I'm talking about this is because I'm and myself,
I'm sorry about what happened to you, Dorothy. I really am. Why didn't you open up about this or show your true feelings about this earlier? Because rape isn't funny. Sexual assault isn't funny. Child sexual abuse isn't funny. I don't like those types of jokes. They aren't funny one bit. But when someone sits there and cries victim all the time, when they do the same, when they dish it out and they curl into a ball and say, "How dare you?" That's hypocritical. I don't know, Beatlemaniac. It was either last summer or the year before. There's no time stamps on these. Lily, okay, this is from Surviving the Storms. She's having some issues right now. But she's playing these videos against someone, and we're trying to figure out what her real issue is with somebody. Yeah, it's women, men and women are on equal playing field, in my opinion. Women can do the same things men can. Men can do the same things women can. It's this woke culture that's going on around here that says women are better than men. It's not what Susan B. Anthony had in mind when there was the women's rights movement, in my opinion. Women are just as good as men, and men are just as good as women. So just because someone doesn't absolutely, Jess, she makes women seem so weak. There are plenty of strong women out there that can be empowered. Domestic violence isn't funny either. You are all equals to men. You are no better than a man. you are not any less. And this woke culture is like saying, "Oh, it's okay, Rachel." It's like trying to portray a false narrative that some people are better than everyone else or inferior to someone. It's just dumbfounding. Absolutely, Benny. Using sex is the lowest form of manipulation a woman can do. And domestic violence is never okay. It's just me as a guy. Some I'm just trying to learn, why did some women stay with an abusive partner? I could read all the articles online about it and talk to people. Yeah, there's abused men out there too. Google's watching. It's not just it's not gender inclusive. Absolutely, Benny.
Have experienced, that myself, and it is a touchy subject, for anybody who's been through a traumatic experience that way. And he seems to be kind of like he picks and chooses who he feels should, like, I guess he'll say like, oh well, you're gonna use the R card, well, you know and he wants to also state like, oh well, you don't really know, like some people just throw it out there so they can win, like, have the upper in, a conversation. But how do you know that they didn't experience that? And I'm not saying that there isn't anybody out there who doesn't lie about it, but what I'm trying to say is that who are you to determine that for them? It's like, that's the thing with me, is like he's not very sensitive to people who've been through traumatic experience, unless it's someone who's really close to him, which we're going to see also in a little bit. And I just feel like if you're not really educated in this aspect, then don't speak on it. Like he didn't really have to insert himself in this. And he does seem to do this kind of stuff, in my opinion, for content. He likes to insert himself because, like he says, content is to basically say, I don't, it's wrong. And I think that that's where a lot of private parts, I mean, I know I would
Was dragging them unbeknownst to them. That is not a safe place for them to go now. I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
So if somebody so wouldn't the best thing to do if you don't want to be someone's content is to shut up, right, in a drama community, and don't antagonize the other? Wouldn't that be the best thing for a peaceful resolution to people's problems? But I see a lot of these people going around starting problems just for clicks and views. And then when it's done back to them, they get a clap back, right? Then they cry foul and say, wah, wah. You have no right to do that to me. And then they have an argument with somebody. and then they bring the person's kids into it. They bring their families into it. They go to their computers and they look people up to use against them in a fight. They cannot even go based on the facts. They always need something to go low with. But then they say, "Oh, you can't do it to me. Those aren't the rules. We run this place and you're just here to take it." So some of these gals that Dorothy lets in suddenly let in her chat, gone real life, spread revenge porn, committed crimes on here. You name it. It's suddenly okay because they're females. True Lily Rose, the only time someone's children should get involved, should be brought up, if they're in it with the parent. So let's use Natasha as this example. Her daughter is on her scamming. She participates willingly with her. So she's fair game on this platform. Right, everyone? But then they complain about voices. I didn't agree with her split to splat comments about her daughter, Natasha's daughter. However, Natasha has no boundaries. She goes after everyone else's child and cannot keep her channel. But then they complain that she went after someone's kid. Don't cry me a river when you do the same shit yourself. I don't agree with everything Voices does either. Lily Rose, Voices has more boundaries than Natasha does. But I'm saying Voices does. Welcome back, Jenny. But at least Voices will sit there and take accountability for what she does. I'll say that for sure. Oh yeah, Natasha's all you have to do, Lily Rose, is put in her name and all the all the information you need to know about her is absolutely Tara. Going after someone's child on here is completely crossing the line. So let's continue with
And this isn't even about picking sides. Like, I always can step away from everything and look at the overall. And I think a lot of people run with emotions when they feel like they're picking a side or something. I'm on nobody's side. Like I'm just, looking at everything overall. And so I'm not going to just say one way is right and the other way is wrong just because I don't particularly like the person. Like, yeah, Lycan has said some horrible things, and I have video about that. I
I
have
agree with
videos on
you,
that. But
Toxicity.
what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and nobody should have been sharing this
He
news.
has said some
And
nasty things, but what have they
and this
said?
isn't about even defending him, because this video is actually about how he does.
It goes back and forth on here, back and forth. One calls someone an asshole, then the next one calls them a bitch. And then this is, oh, how dare you? Then it gets even more juvenile, and then they go dox them. It says, okay, oh, how dare you say that to me? Let me go call your mommy and daddy. I've been around around social media for a long time now, and I think I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of depravity on here. Oh, here's a poll. Let me just vote on that.
Like, I feel that he really hurts people.
That you are well informed before, and you never really should take a side. It's not fair to the subscribers. This is an entertainment platform.
We're not asking you to take sides, Dorothy. We're asking you to take the side of the truth. There's only one truth, Dorothy, and that never changes. Now, anyone can make up a story on here, but you got to be proactive on here to ask for receipts, ask for proof, and look into things yourself. Don't take everyone's word for it and take things so personally.
For all of you. At the end of the day, it's the creators who are looking for you to take a side. Don't fall into that trap. I don't go check up on anybody in what jets they're in. I want you all to go everywhere. It's unfortunate we have some creators who cannot mind their own business. Just worry about when you're live and who's in your chat. Don't care about what the subscribers are doing when you're not live, because it's really none of our business. Why wouldn't I want you to go hear everything unless I'm trying to hide something? I'm ashamed of something. I mean, please, just always remain open-minded. That's all I ask.
Think that a lot of times he does say a lot of things more, just like I said, to hurt.
I'm not asking anyone to take sides, Dorothy. You got that impression today, but earlier, but Beatlemaniac, Dorothy, and Toxicity of Social Media is narrating this. So that should show yeah, you're right on that, as Hockett. Good night, Zoomer Mom. Yeah, we're not asking anyone to take sides. We're just asking you to look at the truth and ask for receipts and be diligent. Just don't listen to a story. And for example, last night Tiffany went on Dorothy's panel here and decided to tell a sob story. No receipts shown. She lied, and lied. So what she didn't count on was me, right after Dorothy was done, I was going to debunk her. She said, I never went gay bashing. I never did this. I never did that. So hell, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of exposing her lies. Am I ashamed of that? What I did yesterday? Exposing her and giving her a run for her money? No. Should I have called her a slut in not so many words? No. Maybe not. Because my comments could have been taken, as a paintbrush on all women. Because it takes two to have sex, right, everyone? Yes, Tiffany did drop his pants too, and to be fair, but we all know Tiffany was cheating, right? He was being dishonest yet again. And doesn't know how to be honest, doesn't know the word of being honest, the meaning of being honest, excuse me. It's like a foreign language to her. Yeah, and she wasn't honest with Jamie in the first place either. She decided to scam people with her little get out of psychopath's Jeff's house. And he was a gay psychopath. And it turns out he wasn't gay. He was his live-in boyfriend. Now she accuses Jamie of being gay after she slept with him. Really? But we all know who goes around straight bashing, so
hurt people. But anyway, so this is him on another path. He's talking to Lori, who is the one that he had talked about being armed. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
No empathy. No empathy. That's why you told me.
Yeah,
that,
no empathy.
The only time
Okay.
I'd ever get sex is if I was raped.
Okay, and
What do you mean, and?
what am I supposed to be highly triggered or offended about that? Should I be sorrowful that I said that?
What?
What?
I
What
have
about?
actually been raped at Lycan. Thank you very much. So you triggered my post.
Oh, of course, another rape victim.
Excuse me?
You see that what really bothers me when he says that. Oh, okay, yeah, another rape victim. There is a lot of rape victims. Like that
Toxicity is right. There are a lot of rape victims. I don't think he understands how many women are even raped by their own husbands. In his world, he probably can't wrap his mind around that because we're the property, right? We're the property of our husband, so we don't have the right to say no. But we do. I mean, women are not the strongest sex. We're just not. And unfortunately, even on a first date, if you don't protect yourself and make sure you watch your drink all the time and that a man's not drugging you or that You didn't even just yourself have too many cocktails. You could find yourself in a position that you've lost control of. And I'm not
Did I hear that correct? Did I just hear that correctly, everyone? Women are not the only victims of getting drugged. The gay community has an issue too. Guess you didn't know that. Are people drugging other guys' drinks? Guess you didn't know that. It happens to men too. Thank you, Wyoming. And she's implying that women are the weakest sex. Isn't that kind of stereotypical to say that? Really? Women can just women can be just as vicious as men. Have you ever been in a chat room with a bunch of women? They can outdo the men. Yup, Wyoming, 100%. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So Dorothy's just trying to make women look like they're weak, emotional, Greek tragedies. What does that say? Oh,
not saying that Lycan is like that. I'm not at all. But he's not having sympathy for how careful a woman has to be when around new men in our lives, or even sometimes our own spouses. I don't think a man could actually wrap their mind around that.
Really just gets under my skin because I'm really trying to not really be ugly on this, but it does get me very upset to hear him kind of be passive. It's like he just lacks empathy in this area, and I don't understand why he's so. I don't know if he was. I don't know the whole backstory, but I'm sure it's something. Maybe he was in line.
No, I don't think it makes him bad. I don't. I think he's insensitive, and he's probably lost that sensitivity chip because he's in a community of 95% women. And a lot of us have gone through it, and maybe he's heard it one too many times, and he's just not sensitive to it anymore.
okay. Good grief. It's the victimhood community now. What is it? They're trying to portray women as victims of men. There are some women who make this stuff up. I'm not saying all women make up rape accusations. But there are some people that do. I've heard it before on this on Facebook. A girl, okay? There's this one girl that got her address posted online. And then she asked someone to take it off. She was caught lying, cheating, scamming, right? And then she accused a bunch of people of getting her raped hard. Yeah, that accusation was false. She refused to show what she called the police, where any pictures of where her house was broken into. So the verdict on that was she was making it up due to the facts and circumstances of the whole thing. So I've seen it before, false accusations. And I was in a chat before where one girl used to cry the R word every time she misbehaved because she didn't want to take responsibility for her actions. And I saw that as bullshit. I understand the facts that not everyone reports it. Or not everyone calls the police when they're abused. But at the same time, if you're going to make accusations on here, show something to back them up.
That's it.
Okay, are you aware that there's such a thing as a false accusation?
Oh, I'm aware of it. Happens to me every day.
Okay,
My
are you
point
aware of
was-
our false rape accusations?
Oh,
Are you
my
aware of
Of
those?
God.
course there is.
Okay,
yeah.
so then you are aware.
Like it says, the Me Too movement, very powerful movement, but there are false accusations. But it's not what CJ is trying to include herself in. Happens to me every day. No, it doesn't happen to you every day, CJ. People provide receipts about the crap you've done. So you're not a victim. Cut it out. The Me Too movement is women who have been sexually exploited, taken advantage of. They've used sexual advances, some men, to their advantage and threatened women. If you don't have sex with me, I'm not gonna help you grow your career in the acting role I'm talking about. We saw that with the Weinstein thing.
Weinstein was a scumbag.
But for CJ to say that she's a victim or she's part of that movement, how ignorant are you? You're on YouTube. How dare you compare yourself to somebody who had the bravery to come forward and say it happened to me too? Wow, there are false accusations. Of course there are, of sexual harassment, sexual assault. Those accusations do happen. But more time than times than not, they're very real. And we should always proceed with caution and not just automatically believing, because I don't think we should just believe, but investigate and find out the truth and back that truth. But for CJ, oh my God, her YouTube nonsense that has no meaning. She's trying to associate what she's been through on YouTube with somebody who's been sexually assaulted. Unbelievable. Like she's as big as a victim. Get the hell out of here. You're like a toddler. I'm so sick of it.
Where then that sometimes someone will pull out a card,
Uh-huh.
the rape
But
card.
it's not a rape.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so he wants to say this, you know, that anybody can pull the rape card. Okay, but who are you to determine if the person was really or not? I mean, that's the crazy part. He wants to throw that out there, but it's like,
Well, let's be
you-
honest. I did stand down on this topic, but like in you not showing up tonight, you coward. I'm going to be completely honest.
So now you're trying to intimidate someone because they didn't show up. There could be a number of reasons he didn't show up tonight, Dorothy. Maybe because your chat was full of Granny Simps and Angela Simps. You may want to consider that as threatening. If I saw a chat full of nasty, hateful people mixed in with some nice people, I would think twice before appearing or going on someone's panel. That's just me. I'm not going to pretend to read Jamie's mind here. But the way you're going on right now,
In my feelings, and I've stood down a little bit in my opinion of you for my friends, because no matter what, like in Amber and I, Amy and I, Robbie and I, we're gonna maintain our personal friendships beyond all of this. You're not gonna tear those down. I can guarantee you. And if you are successful in tearing those, I never had a true friend with any of them, but I do believe my friendships with them go beyond YouTube. We're human beings. But you, Lycan, came onto this platform thinking you're the daddy. So offensive to me. It's almost offensive as how Natasha calls herself the queen.
it was a joke, Dorothy. Daddy Lycan was a joke. So was Pastor Lycan. Remember that, Dorothy? He changed his channel name to Pastor Lycan. That was another joke. Oh, do I have to explain everything to people?
Now, when I do my clapback queen, that's not saying that I'm the queen. I'm saying that my comments or my clapback themselves are the
Hey,
queen. I'm
Violet.
not the queen of any community. Oh, I fall in line,
AM
believe
Zen.
me. We all have a part in this community. None of us are the head of it. For him to call himself Daddy Lycan, that annoys me to no end. Like he's the male and he's going to swoop in and take the leadership role. Oh, bitch, have several seats. Not today, Satan. Not today. You are sitting with the devil, who is all about cancel culture. And you want people to feel bad now? I'm sorry. I just don't have those emotions. I can't. There's a disconnect. You're not genuine. The fact that I was going to be so gentle and allow you to have your voice and hopefully help you convince people that you're sorry, that you went too far. You want to move forward, rebuild and repair relationships. That's all I wanted for you.
Am I hearing this correctly? Jamie does apologize to people when he crosses the line. He does own his shit. I've heard him plenty of times. Oh, please investigate some more, Dorothy, please.
Am I a little bitter right now? Yeah, I am. I can own that. In a hateful way? No. But now I'm not going to hold back in what I really think of you. I think you are misogynistic. You don't respect any of the women in this community. You really don't. The way you talk about rape, sexual assault, Me Too movement, you have no sympathy for any of us that have gone through that. You really don't. You want to challenge our experiences by saying there's false accusations. And then CJ wants to weigh in as if a sexual assault is the same as her being called out as a liar, which she is, on YouTube. You just can't make this shit up. You honestly can't. I'm not going to block you, Alma. Why would anybody block you? Hey, Bonnie. It's nice to have you. Kelly Belly. No, she's oh, Kelly, you're dozing off and blocking people by mistake. You better get your shit together. Or I'm going to take your wrench for the night, girl. Don't make me take your wrench, Kelly Belly. Lavina, big word,
Really?
right? Big word, right? Yeah, he does talk about things he knows nothing about. Just like I couldn't experience, hey, Bunny, things from a male perspective. That's why I would never assume to be that ignorant as to comments in a male's perspective. But he shouldn't do the same when it comes to him denouncing sexual assault or rape of any of the females in this community. He lost touch with reality in a way that you are in a community.
All right, everyone. Did Jamie ever make fun or say rape was okay? So did Jamie ever say rape was okay? Sexual assault, child molestation? I never heard that. Me too, Wyoming. I saw some of these people in chat telling lies. Nope. 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 You never heard it either, Imzen. 55? You never heard it. You never heard that. So I don't know where So she's listening to these people.
Community of 90, it's probably more than 95% women. Stop it, dude. Stop it. That's not going to fly in here. And that's where he misses the mark.
You don't know. So what are you going to do? Chit chat with everybody who does that? I mean, it's just like he's just lacks empathy really a lot in this area. And I am not too sure why. I don't know his history like that, but I just feel like, okay, I get it. So, and there's a lot of people that can throw all kinds of stuff as well. But this is a very like sensitive topic. And I feel that, he's kind of just throwing
Side eye, stand alone, stand independent, stand loyal to yourself. You're being used right now because you're needed. Don't let anybody tell you who you should accept into your community and who you shouldn't. Go look at the situation and make your own determination. Because if you don't suck up to CJ and you have a falling out with her, she's going to attack your channel on every level. She's going to report it. She's going to strike your videos for every privacy, terms of service reason she could think of. She's going to start utilizing Twitter to report you.
She's done that. I've seen it. So Dorothy's telling the truth on this. So,
and that's what you're opening yourself up to. That's really what you're opening yourself up to. Don't let other people tell you how to run your shit. Because I know you're a strong, intelligent woman. Own your channel. Run it alone, independently. That's the only advice I have for anybody. Be true to yourself. You want to be... I have sympathy for Sally Ann. I really do. But today wasn't the day for Sally Ann to come on crying about some BS when other people are dealing with bigger issues. And that's what Lycan told her in no uncertain terms. Like, stop it. Look what's happening to me. And you're up here crying about nothing, basically. And that's all I wanted to point out. So I don't know why Auntie Side-Eye felt the need to take the video down so I couldn't do commentary. And that's under fair use.
but Auntie took it down. Right, everyone? But the impression I got was she was being very, very mean. It sounded very, very, what do you call it? It sounded like an attack on Sally Ann. You know what I mean?
That's all that is. I wasn't going to go for Auntie Side-Eye. I just wanted everybody to go over the video with me. Unfortunately, she felt some type of way and she took it down. And apparently, I guess, wait, let me read what she wrote because it was a little much in my opinion. We're going to go over your video, Angela. Please sit tight. Auntie Side-Eye wrote, sorry to break up your little hate fest. I was having a hate fest. Guys, was I poll time? Hold on. We have poll time coming up. And be honest with me. I don't want you to just stroke any ego. I don't have an ego. I can own my bullshit. Believe me, I've been through 13 years of AA. I've learned how to own my shit. My street, my side of the street is not clean. Believe me, I know that. All right. I want to know, was I having a hate fest? I never felt that. I wanted him to come on and have his voice. If I was having a hate fest, I wouldn't have had him on. I just would have.
It's sounding like it. Her tone sounds argumentative. Okay, we're all argumentative on here, but it sounded hateful. Thank you. Excuse me, Al. You're actually right. She can decide if others use it or not. I said this before. And by the sound of it, by the sound of what it started out to be, it sounded like an attack on Sally Ann. But she was trying to get to another point, allegedly, which was to Jamie behavior. But here's the thing. Then why why be so mean to Sally Ann?
Showed a bunch of negative videos about him from all over YouTube. And believe me, there are plentiful. I mean, I just don't even hate him. I feel so sorry that he lost his channels, actually. It weighs really heavy on my heart that he lost his livelihood. I don't want that for him. Honest to God, I don't. Yeah, you guys are just being biased to me, though. This poll don't mean shit. Let's be honest. That's funny. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm trying to understand it from all angles. Maybe that's my downfall, trying to understand things.
S. Hockett,
I
you
really
mean,
do
right?
want to understand why people do certain things. I want the best for everyone. I've always wanted to see everybody win on this platform, whether that means getting attention or more subs or more views. Some people only care about monetary gain. Just a reminder, my links are above. Your bitches in need. But some of us, we just want to have a community. I love my community. She's not a bad person. I find Mama,
In my opinion, for content, he likes to insert himself because, like he says,
And
content is key.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
sorry,
well,
Roxanne.
he's all about this being his livelihood, his content, and everything else.
you know, are and
Going on that I'm never going to be able to understand. I don't think either one of them are right in the situation. I don't. Pink Dagger, I love that girl.
do, but then he wants people to care about them sharing his nudes. And first of all, I will say, a man
Let's call a spade a spade. It does matter.
taking it too far. Like, he realized that with the diaries. He said he had to have people really talk to him about that. And you realize, hey, you know what? I don't want to do that. So I think that was good of him to be able to say,
Oh, wait, we may have had some criticisms towards each other, but she's never gone below the belt with me. I mean, why do people want to drag me into that? I don't want to be involved in that. I'm trying to run a channel, and I want to be a place where everybody can come and join the chat and be a part of it. What I'm not trying to do is pick sides for real, for real. Like, come on. Where does that leave me?
Oh boy. What is going on with Dorothy? Ouch. I think she did excuse me out. I think she is picking sides here. She does need to work on being neutral. I'm trying to be neutral here. Even though we are all upset about Tiffany and her behavior. We all seen proof of it. But Dorothy doesn't want it's sounding like Dorothy doesn't want to see it. Of course, she's not Wyoming. She's not being neutral here. The truth is the truth, and that doesn't change, as I said before. Let's get that off because it's hurting everyone's ears. I'm trying to be a voice of reason here, everyone. Everyone's going to think what they want about CJ. Some people in here in this chat some people don't trust CJ. Some people think she's a scamming, two-timing flip-flopper. Right, everyone? Some people have faith in CJ that she'll do the right thing this time. Anything could happen. We don't have crystal balls here. Right? But here's the thing. Here. Dorothy and CJ are wrong here. On one point. Dorothy has the right, and a few of her subs, I'm not going to mention names, to criticize CJ, bring up her past or whatever scams she did in the past, and to hold CJ up and to hold her accountable. But if CJ doesn't like it, why doesn't she just prove them wrong? Don't sit there and report these people because they're a pain in the asshole. Do you know how many videos and either videos or what you call it times I'm tagged? Oh, I don't like you, or they call me a liar or whatever on here. It's usually the same people over and over again. Do I sit there and try to take their channels down? No. To answer your question, Imzen, the one who took down the channel, Tiffany was the main one. She admitted it on Dorothy's last night, so I'll say that. I agree with you, Side Eye. Her hatred for CJ has taken over. I don't hate CJ, but at the same time, I remember the things she's done, and I'm skeptical. I hope she is serious this time of changing, but sometimes a leopard doesn't change its spots. And here's the okay. There's another issue that's not really well known, and I'm just going to bring this up. Everyone, when CJ came crawling to Jamie, okay, everyone saw that. What people didn't know, okay, was CJ came in with an alt account. Not hers. She came in with someone else. Now, this person had how do I say this delicately? Let me just say it right out. CJ came in as herself, and then another sock account came in as Marie 21's real name. So she was being doxxed in Jamie's chat, everyone. And no one knew at the time what was going on. So, and then Jamie was asking Marie 21, were you interested in a peace agreement? Which I was saying, okay. I actually asked Marie 21 because are you interested in a peace agreement? Because probably I assumed correctly that she has CJ blocked and didn't know what was going on. So then what happened was then I get the boot. For trying to help Marie 21 out. I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know what everything that was going on at the time. But here's the thing. There's a sentiment in some people that Jamie is using CJ at the expense of some of his supporters. Does that make sense to anybody? Or the perception of it? Yes, and Dorothy and Marie 21 are really, really good friends. So maybe this is part of the rage. You know, this is just a theory of mine. I don't know if I'm correct or what the deal is with this, but I've learned in the past year, Jamie isn't always good with his feelings or he doesn't always answer like an email or something, so his communication sometimes is bad. But I gotta understand. I gotta put myself in Jamie's shoes too. He gets a lot of emails, so it's like, right, S Haka, he's a big boy. Why should we be telling him what to do on who he associates with and who he doesn't on here? It's like someone telling me who I could be friends with and who I can't be friends with. Isn't that the same thing? Remember when it is though? But here's the thing, side eye. Here's the thing on the other side of the equation. CJ has to admit, for some people, that she did this. I lied, I scammed, I cheated. I'm sorry, and move on. It's not going to be a picnic for CJ either. It doesn't work. Just doesn't work. You just don't go run over to some of these people just don't won't accept. You run over to Jamie, say you're sorry to Jamie, and then everyone just drops it and forgets all the things she's done. That's not taking accountability. That's just my opinion on it too, but yeah, and it's going over and over again. Side eye. Nobody's innocent. Excuse me, Al. Nobody is. I'm here. I'm the first to admit I made mistakes on here. Right? I've overstepped and said some words. But you just don't come in. Look at what Sally Ann did. Right? I'm going to use Sally Ann here. If you listen, if you I'm listening to replay Sally Ann or you're in chat listening, I mean no offense by this, but you got yourself together. You stopped drinking. You got yourself some help. You admitted the things you've done, and you were sorry for it. Why shouldn't it? I know you're friends with CJ. I'm not faulting you for that. You could be friends with whoever you like. But I'm saying, well, how is it fair to you that you went through the steps and CJ doesn't? Right? I'm just trying to be fair to everybody on here. I don't buy the theory. I don't buy Dorothy's theory that Jamie is just using CJ for information that Granny is revenge porning her. That Granny revenge porned him. He already has that information. If everyone was paying attention. Yeah, nothing makes sense anymore. You know, it's yeah, but Marie 21 is a victim in all this. I'm not saying she's innocent, but CJ did go real life on her and terrorized her. And it's no excuse. I could I'm sitting in her shoes and saying, okay, she wants nothing to do with CJ. And that's fine. But just don't spit in her face and slap her for her supporting us. Right, everyone? Just to give CJ a free skate free on the things she done. Yeah, unfortunately, that chat of Dorothy's, excuse me, now is full of Granny and Miss Potato Head people. It's just I'm just pointing out the facts and the truth. And if Dorothy thinks that's gonna punish Jamie or punish other people, it's just gonna push people away. I'm just giving my opinion on that fact, little tidbit, because there's only so much you could take of that side, and absolutely MZen 55. Because what I did when I noticed that, I reached out, everyone, and I got my facts. Well, Wyoming, go to the Clip a Dip channel and start watching the videos, and you'll see a lot of the things about Marie 21 and Malta. CJ did a lot of stalking and harassment on them too. She started on Twitter, followed them on YouTube, and I think I don't know who Clip a Dip is, but all I'm going to say it's probably one of Dorothy's subs. So I'm not going to give any names because I'm probably going to be wrong. Absolutely. after everything Granny's watching has done, she can't stop talking about Jamie's pickle. She's obsessed. Why doesn't she just try to shut the fuck up and we wouldn't use her as content? And stop with the lies too? And just leave everyone alone? You know, it's just yeah, it's like she still wants it. As Hockett, maybe she should buy a Mr. Dickhead toy and say hello to it or something. You know, it's I'm lost for words here with her little Lysol obsession and fungi. You know, it's what the hell, you know? Why doesn't she just turn on a porno movie and just let it be? I don't see the guys lining up for warty vagina. You know, it's gross. Yeah, and then MKB came in earlier, and I banned her myself. I don't want her here. Scamming any of you guys. She came in saying hello, and I was like, huh? What are you doing here? You know? Why don't you go over and scam Natasha for once? Maybe she'll give you red shoes and so you can click them. She'll give you red shoes and so you can click the heels and say there's no place like home. You know? Maybe that'll be her gift to you. Yeah, I don't blame her, side eye. I don't believe I don't blame her. Who knows? But this is just what I've been observing, side eye. So you can't just have a peace agreement without with just a few people involved. You got to have the whole the majority of the community and her the people affected by it to chime in, right? So you have all the input. Even the people from Dorothy's. But who cares about the granny people? They're going to attack anyway. You know, they don't want peace, right? As Hockett and Side Eye in Wyoming, everyone. You know, Angela don't want peace. They cause drama everywhere they go. So we just consult the I mean, this is just an idea. We just consult the victims of CJ and say, what would you like to see? Just so there isn't. And then educate the new people that come in here. Is okay, this is what happened. All right, everyone. This is the past. This is what you look out for in case someone wants to. Oh, yeah, that's right. CJ did do that. See, I'm fair. I'm not going to cozy up to CJ or anyone. The truth is the truth. Okay, I'm about to end, everyone. So I just wanted to get this, respond to this. I wasn't even going to come live today. I was going to watch Siren, but Dorothy decided to go live and have Siren. I mean, not Siren, like it on, but he canceled, and this whole escapade happened. So I want to give a special shout out to Aquarian Baby. I want to thank her for her $20 donation yesterday. I really appreciate it. So yeah, and I got this really cool trivia game as a gift. So next time I go live, if nothing comes up, I'll be we'll be playing that together. So good night, everyone. Sweet dreams, and until next time, thank you for coming, and thumbs up the stream on the way out. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.